A judge who broke federal law, FBI agents who plotted against Trump, $1 million payouts to corrupt officials, Hunter Biden's laptop cover-up, and Epstein's so-called suicide are all things they don't want you to know. Everything is linked. Stay tuned, Patriots, because the truth is about to hit you hard.
Why did the FBI give Mr. Strzok $1.2 million and Ms. Page $800,000 to settle a lawsuit?
Senator, I do not know that settlement was reached in the prior administration.
Who made the decision?
The prior Department of Justice.
Who in the prior Department of Justice?
The settlement for that kind of case can only come from the Attorney General, which would be Attorney General Merrick Garland.
So the Attorney General decided to give Mr. Strzok $1.2 million and Ms. Page $800,000 after they were fired after actively interfering in the 2016 election. Is that right?
My understanding is that was a settlement they agreed to.
Pass me the sick bucket, please. The Hunter Biden laptop. In October of 2016, shortly before the election, the New York Post wrote a story that was widely covered talking about Mr. Hunter Biden's influence peddling scheme based on his laptop. A couple of weeks later, Secretary of State, soon to be Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, organized a group of 51 so-called intelligence experts. Had some real rock stars on the list. Jim Clapper, John Brennan, Michael Hayden, Leon Panetta, and they said, oh, no, the story in the New York Post is not true. It's based on Russian disinformation. You remember that?
I do, Senator, as the lead investigator for Russiagate for the House Intel Committee.
Yeah. The FBI had had the laptop for 10 months, hadn't they?
They did, Senator.
So the FBI knew right before the election that it wasn't Russian disinformation, didn't they?
And that was confirmed by the Inspector General's report.
Yeah. Who at the FBI refused to let the FBI tell the American people the truth?
I don't have that name in front of me, sir.
Well, would you look?
I will, sir.
I'd like to know. I'd like a name, not a division. I'd like the name. Person with a brain and a beating heart.
Yes, sir.
Did Jeffrey Epstein hang himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When do you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die?
Senator, we've been working on that, and we're doing it in a way that protects victims and also doesn't put out into the ether information that is irrelevant for production of the public, such as CSAM.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Welcome back to Jace Manwa. Before we get started, please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss when we reveal the truth that the mainstream media won't cover. Now, let's talk about what just happened. Some of the most frustrating double standards in America today were revealed during a Senate hearing. First, we heard about a Wisconsin state judge who actually helped an illegal immigrant get away from federal custody. What happened to everyone being treated the same under the law? If a normal person broke federal law, they would be arrested right away. But here we have judges and so-called elites who follow their own rules, and it doesn't end there. Do you remember Lisa Page and Peter Strzok? They were FBI agents who openly texted about stopping Donald Trump from becoming president. We all read the messages. Page says, "Trump will never win," and Strzok says, "We'll stop it." These were high-ranking FBI officials who used their power to meddle in an election in the United States. Yes, they were fired, but what happened next? They get huge payouts. Strzok gets $1.2 million, and Page gets $800,000. Who gave the go-ahead for that? The Justice Department led by Merrick Garland. That's money from taxpayers going to corrupt people. but the Biden administration says they are protecting democracy. Give me a break. Next, let's talk about the Hunter Biden laptop scandal. Before the 2020 election, the FBI had Hunter's laptop for 10 months. For 10 months, they knew it wasn't Russian disinformation. But what happened when the New York Post broke the story? Antony Blinken and 51 so-called intelligence experts, such as Clapper, Brennan, Hayden, and Panetta, signed a letter saying it was Russian propaganda. The FBI could have told the truth to the people of the United States, but they didn't. Why? To keep Joe Biden safe. That silence changed the outcome of an election. And finally, the question that never seems to get a straight answer. Jeffrey Epstein. The FBI insists he hung himself in his cell, but years later, we're still waiting for full transparency. Who did he meet with? Who was involved? What are they hiding? The American people deserve answers. Friends, here's the bottom line. The system is broken. Judges, FBI officials, and intelligence operatives have been weaponized to protect the political elite while punishing ordinary Americans. They lecture us about democracy while undermining it behind closed doors. If we don't call it out, if we don't demand accountability, they'll keep doing it. This is why we fight. This is why we speak out. And this is why channels like Jace Manoir exist.